going on YouTube? It's Nickelodeon, and I'm back with another video, and I'm going to be talking about the Tupac conspiracy, about whether he is alive still or is he gone for real. So I'm just going to get into the whole, from beginning to end, as to different theories on is he alive or is he gone. I'm here with my hubby, and he has a lot of knowledge about Tupac, and he doesn't want to be on camera, but which is cool. But you're gonna hear him talking. So we just gonna get right into the story on the whole theory. Okay, so apparently in the beginning, Tupac was signed to
Let's Go Records.
And I got my hubby with me, and he's going to pretty much answer some questions and put his input into his conspiracy theory on why he think Tupac may have faked his death. So he was signed with Interscope Records. He had gotten into some trouble.
Oh, like rape charge or something like
that. And then Suge Knight came and bailed him out, and then he eventually went to Death Row Records. So who's all in Death Row Records?
Snoop, Dre, Daz, MC Hammer.
Okay, so he was friends with Biggie, and you know while he was with Death Row, him and Biggie was friends. But something happened where he got into a beef with Death Row, I believe it was. So did he get into a beef with Death Row, or did he get into a beef with Biggie?
Mhm. And beef with Death Row or Biggie. Well, the big thing happened with him getting set up at the studio. So he thought that it was Biggie. He thought Biggie was responsible for that, or knew something about it, or something like that.
So he was meeting up with Biggie.
That was like before Death Row.
This was before he actually got signed with Death Row. He was meeting up with Biggie, and they was going to a studio in New York where he was.
He was going to see one of Biggie's homeboy. I think was working in that studio. He was going to see him.
And then he was attacked and shot.
Mhm.
And Tupac survived that incident, and then there was like 2 more incidents where he got shot, right?
It was just another incident in Vegas.
Right. So Tupac was shot, and he actually did survive that shooting, which led him to be paranoid and led him to not trust Biggie and his crew.
Pretty much.
So then he was leaning more on Death Row side.
Well, him on Death Row was, that was like his backup, you know what I'm saying? And, he had an entourage now, he wasn't just an independent artist,
Right. So he kind of had the
muscle or something like that.
Mhm. So when did it happen when him and Snoop Dogg was beefing?
Oh, when he heard about, when Snoop was on the Angie Montino show, he said something about Memphis, like, he was like, she asked him, was he cool with Biggie or Puffy? And he's like, that's his homeboy. So that was like on national, air. You know what I'm saying? So Tupac at the end, he heard that, so he didn't like that.
Okay. So Tupac was also paranoid now with Death Row. So he couldn't not only was he had a beef with Biggie and his crew, but then now he also didn't trust Snoop Dogg or most of Death Row, right?
Yeah, at this point, yeah. You got your point. Yeah. That's something to look at.
So it was some research that we did, and I believe it was a video or something that we was watching, and we seen um where Tupac was saying, no, Snoop was asking Tupac on a plane ride to Vegas. This, and Vegas is supposedly where Tupac died at. Like that was his final days at Vegas. So this video that we was watching says that Snoop turns to Pac during the flight and asks, "Was
You going to Vegas,
what,
baby?
right?" He said, "Was you going to Vegas?" And then Pac kind of waved him off, and then they exited the plane. I think Snoop Dogg approached him again, asking if he was going to Vegas. Pac again didn't answer and waved him off, and kind of, I think Pac was probably trying to let Snoop know that, let him know that he was beefing with him, like he was on to him. So, Pac got into a fight with someone in Vegas.
Orlando Anderson.
And what was the fight about?
Oh, um, the guy, he was like a Crip from Southside Compton or something like that.
And,
Southside Crips.
and also, it's a theory that Death Row is Crip.
No, no, no. It was as big as well, pretty much probably as Goonies or something like that. Or
So
Crip Associates, something like that. Yeah.
Biggie and his crew. Okay. So okay. So he kind of like, so, well, me and my husband's theory is that it could have been possibly um Biggie and his crew that followed him, and or could have got him set up.
Yeah, Puffy.
Or could have got him set up to get shot. So he gets into a fight with this guy in the lobby of the Vegas casino. I'm not sure what the name is, but it was the same night of the Tyson boxing fight. And so right after he gets into the fight with Orlando, him and Sugar's in the car riding to a party afterwards, and he was approached by a white car, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah. And now they're trying to say it wasn't even Orlando that was doing the shooting. It was actually the guy on that side of the window, on the left side in the back seat. So what I mean. So
And people actually was reporting seeing Pac flown away in a helicopter, right?
well, that's what the lady said. That she's an actor, and she's like, I think she's on the scene like with a camera in her hand or something. Like,
So it's actually been proven that this lady supposedly witnessed was an actor, in fact. So what are they saying about his autopsy picture? What do you think about that?
I said the weight and stuff is off on it. You know,
Say it again.
like his weight, like the measurements and stuff like that. And the coroner they got a video of the coroner. So he looked like he really don't even pretty much know who. He said he don't know what he might look like or whatever, but that's as far as the picture. That's what he remember that was on there. So
Okay. So you would say like the picture is like altered, or probably like,
no, no, no. He said that was actually how it looked. You know what I'm saying? He said he don't know if that was Tupac or not, but he knows that the person that was on that picture that who it was.
okay. So what's this thing you have about Tupac possibly having a body double?
Oh yeah, even on the movie um, Above the Rim, he has a body doubled in. You know what I mean? At the end, like in the basketball court.
So if everybody would look back at the Above the Rim movie, at the end of the movie where it's Tupac on the court and he has I believe it's like a black jersey on. that is in fact a body double. That is not Tupac on the basketball court.
Like they had blended in like some of the scenes with like him and then the other ones like blended in.
All right. So apparently, this is a pictures of Cuba. This is like the poor parts of Cuba. Because if you go on Google, you ain't gonna see this. You gotta type in the poor parts of Cuba. And apparently they think that that's where Pac is, which is hilarious. Like, this is Tupac. Why are you gonna be in the poor parts? But anyway, they saying that he could possibly have escaped to Cuba, and apparently his social security card is still active. So there is a good possibility that this man is hiding out. Thank y'all so much for watching. Okay, so Tupac apparently escaped away, and he went to the poor parts of Cuba, and they think that he's hanging out there. And there has been research that Tupac's aunt, what's her name?
Oh, I think South Africa was Africa, South Africa, something like that.
His aunt that's still wanted, and apparently she's hiding out in Cuba.
I'm not even sure. Yeah, that's what they were trying to say, but
So she's wanted and she's hiding out in Cuba. So that's probably the reason why people think that Tupac
when they moved,
ran and escaped to Cuba.
I think they moved on. I think they moved to Africa.
So he's saying that he thinks that Tupac and his aunt had moved to Africa, right? He's not asleep. He's just not a YouTuber like myself. But that's about it. That's our conspiracy theory, pretty much, saying that he had body doubles, and that was proven in the movie Above the Rim. Also,
Fight in Vegas.
the fight in Vegas, and how is the fight in Vegas proved that he could be still alive?
Oh, they got several pictures. It's like like different body doubles. You know what I'm saying? That was seen like you know what I'm saying at the same time. So
Right, and there was some images that I showed earlier that there was also some lookalikes there at the Vegas fight. So he could have had somebody standing in for him while he made that clean getaway. And like I was saying, like his social security card is still active, and I believe there's been. I showed you a picture of his death certificate, and they're saying that I believe they said something about how that is fake. It was some numbers on there that apparently wasn't documented or something.
his bodyguard was an FBI agent, something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So he didn't even know that. I don't even know if he told him. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think he knew that. So you know. Then he had like an hour or two to chill with Suge at his house before the drive-by even happened.
Okay. So there you have it. And my whole theory is that I believe that he's gone. My husband is going to argue me and say that he is still alive, but you know.
There's more points that prove that he's alive than is he dead. You feel me?
All right. Thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure that you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell button. Deuces.